Good morning, everybody. This is Tom Coleman here with my partner, Dustin Slade. And we're going to walk you through how to take your brand to the next level on Google+. And it's not a wasteland. It's the Wild West. Google+ is 2 years old, a little bit over 2 years old. It started off with it's a social media, but it is the heart and soul of Google+, and there's been some changes, but I don't see that changing. Maybe wrong about that, but right now I don't see it changing. Google+ is Google, and if you are in the search or looking to be in search, you need to be on Google+. So we're going to show you some tips and tricks and how to get on Google+ and how to utilize it properly and how to gain traction. It's going to help you out. So, hey, Dustin, say hey to everybody, and I'm sorry I took all that time. How are you, buddy?
I'm doing really good. And one thing I want to point out as you're talking about with Google+ is the fact that YouTube is intertwined right into that, and your Google Gmail accounts intertwined into that, Google Drives intertwined into that. So there's a lot of applications and different things that you can use with your Google+ account, and some things like animations and no real restrictions on posting stuff. So you got a whole another medium here that is really competing with Facebook there. You know, Google's trying to compete with Facebook, and they're not going anywhere.
Well, I don't know. The thing about YouTube, there was a big backlash about YouTube, okay, when they integrated that, and some of the things that have gone on may be a little bit of fallout about that. So that remains to be seen what's going to happen with that. Right now, it is integrated. Right now, everything is integrated. But I mean, I'm just telling you, Google Plus is not going away, and it is a part of Google. It is a sign-in to Google. It's in mobile. It's in everything that you do. So some things will be changing over time because they've got a new guy. Vic Vendotra is no longer running it. It's his baby. He started it. He's the one that integrated everything with it. So when they integrated the YouTube comments, I mean, there was huge uproar about that from a lot of YouTube people. So I don't know. Google doesn't talk about some stuff, so it's just everything's conjecture. But from a sign-in point of view and from a Serp point of view, Google is not going away. Now, how everything else shakes out, who knows? You know, they may go back and take comments off, or they may leave it as it is, or they may change parts of it. I mean, these are brilliant people that are running Google+, or that are running Google, and they're all engineers, and I mean, that's where this thing is coming from. And the early adopters, when it was in beta, that's who this thing was. So the history on this is a bunch of really bright engineers that are on this thing, and that are running these things, and probably most of them are a little nerdy, but they're all brilliant. Every one of them is brilliant, and that's where this thing came from, and it was in beta for a long time. You couldn't get an invite unless you knew somebody like that. So it started off with just Google employees, and then it's expanded. So it's just opened up. And because it is part of the sign-in on everything that is Google, you have huge daily interaction with Google. Anybody that has the Android phones are the number. They've got more market share than anybody. I mean, I forget what the percentages are, but it's at least 54%. And everybody's on their phone. When everybody's on their phone, they're generally signed in with their Google. Even the iOS stuff is signed in through Google. So anytime you're signed in on Google and you're doing searches, you're pulling up personalized searches. Even when you are doing searches on a incognito basis, they still have information. People disagree with me on this, but I'm telling you, there's enough information out there, even in incognito mode. They know what your IP address is. They know it's you. So I think that still sways some things. My take on this the whole time. If you really want to see what non-personalized views are, you need to be on a VPS. In other words, you need to hide your IP address, you need to hide everything, and go and do a search. That way you will not get personalized search. But everything's getting personalized. So basically, the bigger of an audience that you have and the more engagement that you have. In other words, if you're, I took somebody, yeah, I'll talk about that another time, but engagement is the thing, and engagement and interest is the thing. Who you are, here's what Google wants to know. They want to know who you are, what you do, and why you do it. Those are the three things that they want to do, okay? So who are you, what do you do, and why do you do it, okay? And where you want to start is with your hover card. Your hover card is seen.
Tom, before you get on that and we dive in here,
yep.
You made me think of a question on hiding your IP, and I wondered what you thought about some of the programs like Ghost My IP or something like that. Is that what you're talking about?
Well, just any VPS. I mean, there's just Google them. I mean, you can do the problem with VPS things is getting one that's fast so that you can do things fast. A lot of them are kind of slow. So I mean, there's free ones, there's paid ones. There's a place on Fiverr that you can get one that's really fast for $5. You know, $5 you can do it month to month if you want to do it. So my only point about that is I don't think there's anything. There's more personalized search and less personalized search, but I think everything's personalized search. I mean, that's generally my view, and people will definitely disagree about that because people that are running these tests a lot of times on Google Plus, they think that going into incognito mode, and that may be true. I mean, it may be true. I don't know. So. But I don't think it is. I think there is some tag just because it's too integrated. Everything's integrated.
And most of those ghost programs are stuff that you download and install on your computer, correct?
Correct. Right. Okay. Yeah, I mean, some antivirus things have them. I mean, they're all over the place. You just type in VPS and go look at it.
Okay, thanks.
The best thing to do, there's one on Fiverr if you just want to use it for $5 for a month at a time. That's probably the best way to do it. As far as cheap way to do it and easy way to do it, and it's fast. But there's free stuff too, but they typically are slow. So.
Gotcha.
Anyway, so so you're on Google Plus now. So you're coming over. You're a Facebook guy. You're coming over into Google Plus. So you come over here. Just tell me what you came here. You got here. What's been your experience since you got here?
As far as Google Plus goes, I've just loved the ability that you can post whatever you want as far as opportunities or links to your stuff. I like the integration of the hashtags. I like the integration of, Google Plus seems to be really high resolution pictures, animations, videos that you can embed and stuff, and I think that's much more advanced than some of the other social media platforms that won't even let you do an animation.
Well, I mean, everything is going. Facebook is image. YouTube, YouTube is video, which is images. Google Plus, it's all about the image. Memes are real popular. Photographs. I mean, the photographers on Google Plus are some of the most popular guys around. Yeah. So I mean, it's just. But if you want to come on here for business, what the first thing that you want to do is you want to trick out your hover card. And that's that little thing that when you look for somebody, it kicks up information. And I want you to share a screen, and I'm gonna show you how to trick one out. I'm gonna show you one that looks great, and I'm gonna point out some things about it. And it's Stefan Hovnanian's hover card. and I'm gonna hang on a minute. Let me. I'm gonna give you the link in the chat. So let me go grab it real quick, and I will. Let's see if I can stop that. Here it is. Okay. Let me grab this. I'm going to show you. This is a fantastic. Go to that and share your page. I want to show you something. And there's a way to. What you want to do. There's certain places that you want to go to your hover card and put your information in. So, and we're going to go look at his, and then we'll go look at yours, and I'll show you some things.
Okay.
But this is the #1 step when you get on Google+.
Okay.
All right, go to his About page. Let me blue box you here. I got you blue box now. Okay. Okay, that's it. That's it. You're on it. Okay, so come down. So take a look at that. See the tagline?
Yes.
Okay, scroll down a little bit. Okay, so about Google Plus. So that's his tagline. So his introduction. I mean, he's just going right down there through there, and it's this is a tricked out About page. And it's really nice, and it goes through there, tells who he is, what he does, why he does it, and it's got a lot of helpful links in it too. So, and Stefan is an email. His specialty is email marketing. So this is a shout out to him and for him if he's offering a free 15-minute consultation with him too for that. So. If you're here, check him out because he's really good at that, and he offers a lot of other services. He's built websites too, I believe, but he's known as an email marketer. So can you kind of just scroll down through there, see how he's got read the
okay, about see, the word.
Can you increase it up a little bit? There we go. Okay, come down now. Yeah, now we're going. Okay, tagline, introduction. Need something free. Okay, come over to the right-hand side.
I think I made it too big.
No, that's okay. Oh, I got you.
How's that?
Let's see. See where the work and occupation and the skills and all that employment. Yeah. This is. Keep coming down a little bit. All right, that's what you fill out. Now just type in Stefan Hovdanian into your or just go to his post page. Let's see. Let's go to. I'm gonna look at his hover card. I'm trying to think how you get to it. There it is, right there. Okay, so come see. Look what he's got right here. That's your hover card right there. See this where it's got his picture and it's got his name under it. Works at stefanhove.com/Amazon. Attends Web Strategy, G+ for business, lives in Boston, Massachusetts. Okay, if you go back to his About page, all that is contained. Come on down on the left-hand side. There it is, right there. Okay, so that's what's showing right there is what's showing on the hover card. So that's what you want to put in there, stuff like that.
All this information on the left?
Yeah. If you'll just go and take a look at that, let's see. Not every single thing, but when you go to edit it, let's go to yours and I'll show you. We'll go to yours and I'll show you. If I can remember everything. Go to your about. I don't know that this is the best way to show all this because I probably need to do a okay, skills, employment. All right. I need to go back and do mine too. Mine's not real good either right now. There we go. There we go. I was trying to find the post and it actually goes through and shows you everything how to do it, and I couldn't find it. So, but that's if you'll look at yours, if you'll look at your information and his information and kind of format it like that, because people look at that stuff. But the hover card goes out about on, I can't remember the exact number, it used to be 19, it's probably around 26 different places. So if the information that you have here is something that looks interesting to people, you know, that's an ad is what it is. It's an ad. So you format it as an ad.
It's about me is really extensive.
Yeah, yeah,
I mean,
it's
the
fantastic.
story portion.
Yeah, it's
really,
it's fantastic.
Yes.
Yeah. So I mean, that's what you want to look at. But the hover card is how people will follow you. So you gotta kind of
spice that up a little bit, huh?
Well, it's in your employment section and all that. You want to, so works at, so is, okay, attends My Lead System Pro. Okay, well, that's okay. Your about page looks okay. I mean, your hover card looks okay. Come back up to your hover card again a minute. This is New Colorado. Okay. Now you can, where you work at, you can put in whatever you want in there. And attends, you put in whatever you want in there. And then where you live, you probably need to put in where you live. But those things right there are your calling. That's your calling card. And people, it shows up in I think 26 places now. So people can find you all over the place. And you know, you can link that to your blog. You can link it to just about everything. Well, not just about everything, but to a lot of places. So people can follow you from that on your blog and everywhere else. So
let me ask you a couple questions since I got you on Plus here. Say I'm learning how to make posts, and I'm making an animation here, and I've got my hashtags up, I've got my link up. As I'm sharing this, am I sharing it to groups? Am I sharing it to other circles? Is it just publicly?
If you're on here for business, if you're on here for developing an audience, which I would assume most people are, you want to share it always to public. Always share your stuff to public. Never share it privately. And the only time I ever share anything privately is if I make a mistake, and then I go back and fix it. Excuse me. Or if I'm wanting to send somebody a personal message, I'll send it to them on a private message on Google+. But everything I share is public. The reason that you want it public is because that's how you're going to get noticed. The interaction that you have with people on Google Plus drives up your engagement, and your engagement impacts. Well, let me be careful about that. But the more engagement you have, And this just may be one of the functions of it, but you'll find your stuff rising in the Serps because of it. Not because of it, but I don't know that that's a cause and effect, but if you have a lot of engagement, your stuff gets spread far and wide, and it'll be in the Serps. So, and typically a posting thing, it's like any social media that you're on. What you want to do is you want to come on, you want to take a look at people. There's communities here for any interest that you may have. So the big thing to do is get into communities and just start interacting with people. And they will see your hover card, okay? They will follow you. And you can only have 5,000 followers, so you don't need to follow everybody back. But
I'm trying to find a good example where I made an error and I was sharing it to public and my circles and my extended circles, and that's not what you want to do, right?
Right. You want to share it publicly. And do you know, let me show you something. Just pick a post and I'll show you something. I want to show you a couple of things too. All right. Go up to the top of it.
Let's do one of mine. Here's a post, a panoramic shot. Nothing.
Has anybody commented on it or shared it or done anything with it? What I want you to do now, go to one that's got some stuff on it.
Okay. Which my account doesn't have much. Let's see. Do I have anything?
Yeah, you got something with something on it. I guarantee you.
Here we go.
Yeah. All right. No. Click on the timestamp. Click where it says shared publicly, April the 16th. Click on that. Click on the April 16th. Click there. Yep. Okay. So now what you've done, what that does, that isolates that post. So come over here and at the top, see where it's got the keyword on the right? There's a little drop-down box there. Click on that. Okay. Now, are you familiar with that?
No, I haven't played with this much.
Okay. That's where you can edit that post. Okay. So if you click edit that post, you can go in there and edit that post.
Gotcha.
Okay. So you can change anything, and so just go click cancel. And go back up there. I want to show you a couple other things. Okay. Click on it again. Right here. No. You should already be there. You didn't get off of it, did you?
No.
No. Okay. Come back and just click the little drop-down box above the keyword. Okay. And look at, you can embed the post from here. You can embed it onto Blogger. You can embed it onto Facebook. You can embed it. I wouldn't embed it necessarily on my WordPress blog because that slows things down. But you can hit view ripples. This shows you where it came from and where it went to. Keep coming down a little bit. Okay, hit this, watch the spread of this post. Is that something you shared or is that what original post?
Something I shared.
Okay. Did you give credit to the person you shared it from?
Did I?
I don't know.
Let's see. Let me get out of here. How do you close this?
You just
Let me go back.
Yeah.
See my whole screen here.
Just come back up, and there's a place at the top. You just click it. Just go back. Just click back. Did you plus somebody, whoever you shared it from?
I'm trying to see here. No, I did not.
Okay, that's critically important, and the reason that's critically important because if you share somebody's post and you don't give them credit for it, people know that you shared their post, okay, and they know that you found it on their page. So if you share it without giving them credit, they're going to ignore you, okay? So what you want is you want to give people, and it's the proper thing to do. If you get it from somewhere, you want to share where you got it from. So the way that you do that is, yeah, you plus whoever that person is. You plus their name. Yeah.
Like that.
Yeah, and then just save it.
Okay.
And you can do an HT. Okay. Yeah, but see, that's a clickable link. So that helps spread the love. So, and they'll see that too. So they may come over and comment on it. If they come over and comment on it, people that they're interacting with will see that too. Okay? So everything just kind of snowballs.
Gotcha.
Okay? So it's really important, and when people first get on here, I don't know, I mean, they're not cognizant of that. So you always want to, if you find something from somewhere else, you always want to credit them. And basically, you've got two things going on. You've got a lot of sharing going on, and you've got a lot of original content going on. So if you find content from somebody that shared it, you want to mention, it's a hat tip to the person that shared it. You don't necessarily have to do a H/T or HT or plus their name or anything, but
what's the HT? I don't know what that is.
It's a hat tip. It's just telling people that this is where you found it, and then you can say bye and show the people that actually wrote the story. Okay.
Gotcha.
So if you're sharing an original piece, then you've only got one mention in there of somebody where you got the thing from. But if you mention that person, and one of the things that makes it easier to plus mention those people is before you've got them up, go ahead and add them to a circle real quick, and then you can take them out of a circle. Because sometimes if you're not interacting with them a lot, if they're not in one of your circles, you can't pull them up. It's hard to pull them up, so you have to cancel it out and go back up, and it takes a little bit more time.
That's a good segue to talk about how do you, this particular article that came from this day's info, when I have the option to circle them, what should I put them under?
Don't put them in following. Following is a separate thing, and I forget exactly what the formats of that are, but basically it's not a two-way street. So don't put them in following. Put them in whatever you want to put them in, because you're going to take them right out. Typically, unless you want to keep them. I mean, but I 9 times out of 10, I just put them in so I can get the link, and then I put them back out, unless I'm interested in them, and I can tell if I'm interested in them by looking at their hover card, which is going to be right there when you that's the hover card. So if that's somebody that you want to follow, then I'd stick them somewhere you want to follow them. Stick them in however you want to do it.
But since I don't know them, I haven't made a relationship with them yet.
Don't follow. Don't. My bottom line is I don't put. I've got a lot. When I started off, I put a lot of people in following, and that's not the right place to put them. Don't put them there. Just pick something. I mean, pick. Go look at their about. Does it tell you where they want to be placed? Because what you can do. I don't know. Go ahead. So ask me something again.
All right. So I put them in my new tech friends. How do I interact with them? If I want to,
you just go to their post. If you want to interact with this person, go to their post. Okay. And if you see something that you like, +1 it. Now, when you +1 it, what that's going to do is that's going to show in the algorithms, and it's going to run those people's posts into your notification stream, which is the little bell up at the top.
And then, is that something you want to do? Do you want to have other people's posts on your profile page?
Yeah. You want to interact with people, yeah. I mean, it's not all about you. It's a social media thing.
And what
So,
is the difference between plus oneing something and sharing it?
well, you can actually turn the +1 settings off so that you don't get notified on it. But I mean, there's a way to you can turn settings. You can turn your notifications on and off and more and less by circles. So I don't know that answered your question, but if you if you +1 somebody's stuff and you haven't turned notifications off from that person or that circle, they're going to show up. You're going to start getting a lot more notifications because every time he posts, you're going to get a notification. Well, there's normal, above normal, and less than normal. So there's three different pieces to it. But generally speaking, if you +1 something, you're going to see more of that person's post in your stuff. So +1 stuff you want to see.
Okay.
Okay.
And
If you share it, the only thing that you want to do, what you're doing is you're sharing it to you're doing two things. You're building an audience and you're helping your audience. Okay. So you want to share stuff that your audience is interested in. So if they're interested in that, you share it and you give a link to that person, and that helps to introduce them to your audience, but it also helps introduce his audience to you too.
Gotcha. And say you have like, I've just started to play around with communities.
Yeah.
And creating communities. I made one, awesome panoramic pics.
Okay.
It has just brand new. I've just started it out. I just started posting panoramic shots from around and posting other people's panoramic shots and sharing them and that kind of thing.
Well, give them credit. Give
Okay.
them credit. Give them credit. Go back in there and give credit on all those posts if you haven't done so, and that will help build that.
Okay.
But typically, what you want to do is you want to go into communities and interact. There's the panoramic community. There's going to be a panoramic there's going to be one out there other than yours too. And so if you'll go in there and interact in it, they'll come to your page. They'll come to your profile, and you can interact too. I believe I don't know if you can interact as your community, but.
What is the difference between a community versus a page?
How do you mean?
If you're marketing to a community, like I'm trying to build this community so I can have people to market to and like-minded ideas.
Well, you got to get people over there.
Right.
Have you got anybody in it? Is it a public or is it a private?
It's just a public membership, and I haven't messed with it very much.
You got 3 members. Okay. Well, what you can do. I mean, the nice thing about communities, as long as it's public, and the nice thing about pages, is they all carry links and link juice. So these are getting out there to the Serps. I have not messed a lot with communities, and I haven't started messing a lot with pages. But basically, as far as communities go, you really don't want to have your own. I don't think you want to have your own communities until you get a big following. And basically, you can do whatever you want, but basically, you want to go to already established communities and go interact with those people. And those will bring people to your profile, or if you're interacting as your page. A picture draws more interest than a page does if your page doesn't have a face on it. You know what I mean? So my point about communities is there's the communities on Facebook there's 50 million of them. And they cover any interest. And basically what you want to go to is you want to go to something like you're interested in video marketing, you're interested in Facebook, you're interested in YouTube. There's communities out there that have thousands of followers in those communities. There's also smaller communities than that, okay, that are on the same subject. For example, the community you have, there's probably, I don't know, 50 of those out there like that on the same subject. So, right. You know, what you want to do if you have an interest in that, you go to where your interest is and comment on stuff, you know, +1 comment, and people will see that activity and they will check you out. And then as they look at your hover card, they will follow you or not follow you. Does that make sense or not make sense?
Yeah.
It's a social platform. So what you want to do is you want to be social on it. So how are you social? You talk to people, you share their stuff, they share your stuff, you comment, you interact. Now on Google Plus, the way that you comment on here is you give an analysis. So Google Plus is like a blogging platform. So it's a long form format.
Gotcha.
Does that make sense? So if you're sharing something, if you'll look at people that have lots of engagement and stuff, what they'll do is they will have a whole write-up, you know, like, and when you're sharing somebody's post, if you're sharing it from a shared post, this person that originally shared that, if they have an analysis in it, if you don't copy and paste that in there, you're going to lose that analysis when you share it. So does that make sense?
Yeah, it does.
So, but what you want to do in the comments is you want to be part of the discussion. You don't want to do you don't want to be a drive-by artist and just go, cool, good. You know, if you're going to get involved in a conversation, then get involved in the conversation and make a contribution to the conversation. Put your viewpoint in it.
Gotcha.
Okay, and people will come check you out because of your viewpoint if you're making interesting comments.
Right.
So I mean that's what I mean by it's a social network. So
that's actually a good point because you know, if you don't leave like a question or something in the comments, you may not get much feedback. But if you ask for people's opinion and you know what they think about this, that, or the other, they'll love to tell you their opinion.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah.
It's an engagement platform. So if you know how to engage people, what you want to do is you want to go out +1, get in the conversations that you enjoy, get in conversations with them, ask questions, do whatever, you know, and as you do that,
interact.
The interaction makes a huge difference, and you will see. I mean, you'll see people that if you interact with people, they'll interact with you. Okay, everybody here is pretty friendly. There's some trolls out there, but most people are pretty friendly. And you know, if you interact with people, they'll interact with you. And if they like what you're doing, they'll follow you.
Right.
But you want more interaction. The more interaction you have, like if you go back to Stefan's page, he's got like right at 30,000 followers, but he's got like 4 million views, interactions. Okay.
Wow.
So, I mean, I've got like about 30,000 people, and I'm coming up on 1 million views. So I need to go out there and interact more. But NOD3X is a great tool to use to go find people, and so is Circloscope, CIRCLOSCOPE.
When I want to say I want to reach out to Stefan and just message him, do I do it by Hangout or by the message? Which is better?
Well, what you want to do is
both,
you want to go to his post and you want to click +1 on his post and comment on his post. You don't want to. He doesn't know who you are, so you gotta, you know, he's got to see your face a little bit.
Gotcha.
So go to his post and see if there's any post there that you like. And if it's a subject that you're interested in, there's probably got posts there that you'll like. Okay. And so what the influencers here are all about, and there's a bunch of them. You can get your stuff spread out faster if you interact with the influencers, and they interact with your stuff and they share your stuff. It'll get you a lot more views. Okay.
Gotcha.
So you need to know who the influencers are, and he's one of them.
And doing a +1 will put it as a stream on my post, for the share will too, right?
The share will actually put it on your profile. Okay, so he'll know that you did that if you share that post and make a comment, read the post, look at it, take a look at what the comments are. So +1 it, make a comment that adds to the conversation, share the post, and he will know you shared that post. So he'll more than likely come over and say something about it.
Gotcha.
Okay, and so you can start to build a relationship with him.
Right.
Okay. So, but he's got. I mean, there's Martin Shervington is in. If you'll go to my profile page, there's a Martin Shervington. He's got a whole series of Google Plus, how to use it, and he's got seven videos, and let's see.
What is this icon? Oh,
that's you and I follow each other. We're in the same circles.
Gotcha.
So if
this one you're talking about?
Yeah, right there. Yeah. Click on the timestamp. All right. So, I mean, don't play it, but he's got 7 of those, and that's a 20-minute video about Google Plus, and that'll actually walk you through. It starts out by he pretty much goes through and shows you everything, how to where everything is and how to get from here to there and things like that.
Now, when I'm commenting, do I +1 you in the comment? Or
yeah,
just
+1 me in comment. +1 in comment me. +1 in comment. So, and then if you want to share it on your post, then share it with hopefully you've looked at it a little bit and you've got something you can comment on it.
I've watched some of his stuff. He really has good stuff.
He's got great stuff. I love his stuff.
Yeah.
And
I +1 you there, and then if I was going to share it,
post the comment, and then you click there. Okay, so now you just write an introduction to Google Plus, or Plus Martin Shervington has a 7 video series about Google Plus. Here's the first in the series. It's an introduction to Google Plus. Check it out. Or however you want to. I mean, it's and make a comment that you like it or whatever. And then you want to HT me and buy Martin.
So I HT
plus. HT plus Tom Coleman.
Gotcha.
Via Martin Shervington.
Do I have to put that in there, or since I've already +1 him there?
Yeah, you've got him up there, so he's good. So you got both of us in there because you found it on my page.
Right.
Okay, so that's what you want to do. You want to give me a hat tip that you found it on my page, but you want to let him also know that you're sharing his stuff. So what'll happen is I'll come over there. I'll get notified of that. I'll come over there and say thanks for sharing.
Right.
So and people that are in my notification stream will see that. So and some of them will see your hover card and they might start following you. Okay, and Martin will see that and he'll come over and he'll either +1 or comment or something about it, more than likely.
Awesome. If you are plus wanting, do you normally share? Do you do one or the other, or do you do both?
You can do each thing's a standalone thing. Each item's a standalone thing.
Gotcha. Okay.
So,
but if you do say I did the plus one and I shared it, is it going to show up on my timeline twice?
no,
Okay.
no. But every time there's an interaction on there, you'll get a notification.
Gotcha.
So you can if you're getting in on something that's got a conversation going, you can keep going in the conversation.
Awesome.
Does that make sense?
It does.
It's going to show up. It's going to show up in your notification. The problem is you want to organize your circles by activity, kind of, because what's going to happen is when you come into the home page or your profile, you're going to have all kinds of notifications and stuff. So, and that can be a problem. So you got to figure out how to do your notifications.
That sounds like a good segue into next week there, where we might be able to follow up on some of this stuff. I got to speak out of here, I
don't think I did a real good job about how to trick out your hover card. So I need to do a little bit better on that, and then we can talk about that kind of stuff next week.
That'd be awesome.
Okay. Was that helpful?
Yeah, that helped me a lot. I've been doing it wrong. You're doing it wrong. Yeah, I've been sharing with my circles, my extended circles, public, and anyone else I want to throw in there, and apparently that's the wrong way.
Now, and when you share with public, you don't want to share with your circles in addition to that too, because that'll notify them twice.
Right.
Okay, so you just want to share it to public. Yeah.
I got one question. When you share something and you have the ability to send them an email to all the people in your circles, do you click that option?
Hell no. Excuse me.
Hell no. Steer clear of that. Okay.
Yeah, because what'll happen is people will mute you, or they'll unfriend you. I mean, people are testy sometimes about things. So, I mean, you're going to get, when you send it to public, if they're in your notification circle anyway, depending on how their settings are, they're going to get an email from you anyway.
Gotcha.
Okay, so it depends on, and you can control all of the good news is you can control everything. Everything is controllable, so you can get it set up exactly like you like it. And you can see exactly what you want to see, and you can send out exactly what you want to send out. But there's a right way to do it and a wrong way to do it.
Awesome.
So, but that's the good news.
Let's follow up on this next week, and we'll do a little segue into this a little deeper there, and then I got to squeak out of here today, so see you guys next week, 12 o'clock Eastern Time and 10 o'clock Mountain Time. We'll be here giving you some more value and training. So if you have any questions, make sure you put them in the chat box below, and we'll be sure and get back to you on that. So thanks a bunch, Tom. That was awesome.
Yeah, don't hang up just yet. Okay, guys, see y'all later next Tuesday, same time. Thanks.